Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Say hello to my lovely sisters of the Mystical Tarot. We've got Shari, Voices from the Swamp, and Aley of Heart and Soul Connected.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, darlings.
Hi.
Val is still enjoying the sand and surf in Cancun. So,
Yeah, for all of
wish
us.
we-
She's
yeah,
enjoying it for all of us.
I really don't want to hear about it in all this cold and wet. I mean,
Uh-huh.
yes. So,
it made
we
it
wish
even
we could
worse.
be with
It's
you.
still cold, and then it decided to rain again today. So,
Oh, lovely.
yeah,
Lovely. Nothing like rain and cold and damp and muggy and ugh.
Yep,
So
that's right.
yeah. So very quickly, just going to say hello to Dawn Turner. Hello, Dawn. Hey, Dawn, I'm going to get my nails done at 7 o'clock tonight. Haha. Dawn put me on to her nail tech.
Oh,
So yeah,
excellent.
yes,
Good.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll be doing that at 7. It's 5 o'clock now, so I've got plenty of time. So
cool.
hello, Maureen D'Amico, Karen Doyle, Joan Baker. We've got Julie Tirado, Barbara Tucker, Maureen D'Amico, Arla, Mimi Nee, Carolyn Booker. Hello, Carolyn. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for joining
Mhm.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, Tinkerbell is here, and Debbie Smith. Hello.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Did y'all
Yes.
see our Nath was on with Linda G today?
Was
Oh,
he?
She
yeah.
had him on her channel for to talk about his predictions and stuff. It
Mhm.
seemed like he was a really big hit, so I was like, "Yay, Nath!" So
Perfect. Perfect. Oh. All right. And hello, book. Anna Greenwich. Debbie Smith. Hello.
Mhm.
So Denise
Denise.
Fletcher. Hello, Denise. Yeah, folks are starting to come
Yeah.
in. That
Yeah.
is fabulous. That is
Mhm.
fabulous. Thank you for joining us. So, business end of things out of the way. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do the thumbs up. Okay, as soon as you get in here, do the thumbs up right away. And then make sure that you go over to Sherry's channel and to Allie's channel and do the same thing over there, right? Like, share, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe,
I'm like,
it's free.
I think I'm like 60 subs away from hitting 4,000.
Lovely.
I'm like right there. It's like, it's so close.
Lovely. Excellent. That will be
Mhm.
fabulous. Yeah, I'll be I think I'm going to wait until later on in the month when I can find a day that I am not swamped. Um and I think I'll have a little read for
Yeah.
folks that come in to celebrate the 5,000.
That's
Yay.
right. That's right. You hit 5. And
Yeah.
Colleen just went over 11,000.
Nice. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, when she posted it, she was at 11,111. I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, girl,
yeah, yeah,
that's
absolutely.
good."
It is.
Mhm.
It is really good. And hello, Eileen Grogan. And those of you that are here that are just kind of sitting back, watching, not saying anything, we welcome you anyway.
Yeah.
That's
You're
allowed.
more, yeah, sitting back
You
and
can be a
listening.
lurker.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's okay too. That's okay too. So, the other thing is all of us do readings. So, if you're interested in booking a reading, please get in touch with us. You can email us, go on our channels. You'll get our email addresses. Um, and yeah, get in touch, book yourself a reading, especially the beginning of the year. It just gives you a little overview of some of the things that might be coming up and so on. And it gives us an opportunity to get a little more personal with you too, because
Yeah.
there are things that maybe when we're on our own channels or on other channels that we're kind of doing those quick one card readings, things might come up. You don't want us talking about your private business with everybody, right?
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And for those of you that are out there, please send Aley some healing.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
she's got
I
mouth.
had a root canal, and I didn't know there were 3 roots on one tooth. And
Oh,
this one,
Oh, wow.
he gave me like 7 shots of Novocaine, but I could still feel it. And I woke up at 3 this morning in agony. So, yeah. Anyway, it's done. It's done. I
it's
just
done.
have to recuperate now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I
Does-
think
yeah.
the worst I ever had was when they did 6 root canals on 6 teeth at one time. He
Oh my
literally
God.
closed his office for the day. I
He would have
showed up
had
in the
to.
morning.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
knocked me out with laughing gas. They
Uh-huh.
woke me up halfway through the day and walked me to the bathroom so I wouldn't
Uh-huh.
have an accident on myself. Then
Right.
walked me
Right.
back to the chair, slapped the mask back on me, and I was out.
Well, yeah.
But
Thank
That's
God
the only
for it.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way that I could tolerate that is no, just put me out. Put me out.
Mhm.
and then 5 years later, they all had to be pulled anyway.
Oh,
I was like, I
Shari.
wasted all that damn money.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Oh, I know. Maureen just had a lot of tooth surgery done, so she understands. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Thanks,
I don't have
everybody.
any of my real teeth anymore because they pulled all of them. I have full dentures, but I
Uh-huh.
still get phantom toothache sometimes.
Do you really? Wow.
I do. It's like,
Wow.
okay, there's like no nerves up in there anymore. You
Yeah.
could hit your mouth with a hammer and I wouldn't feel it. I mean, I might cry because you'd break my teeth, but
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and they're expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But I mean, I've super glued the top plate back together so many times that thank you, darling, that I don't remember what it's like to not
Mm-hmm.
have to deal with that, but
Sure.
so I have to be careful
Sure.
how I chew things.
Oh my gosh.
And
No.
I'm always
Oh,
afraid it's
goodness.
going to break, like if I go eat somewhere and I'm out
Yes.
in
Yeah,
public.
I know. And then you're stuck.
That bothers me. Yeah, because
Sure.
it's like if I'm at home, I can just pop them out, super glue it, put the tooth back in place, and I'm good to go.
Gotta
'Cause
carry it in
that's
your
what they do.
purse.
That's what they do at the dentist office. They just
Yeah, I
super
know they
glue it
do.
back together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
need a new set though. I just don't have the extra for that.
Yes.
It's kind of low on my list of things to do.
Right now, yes.
Yeah, I have more pressing things to deal with, but
Yeah. So we do have kind of towards the end of the show, we do have 3 questions that were submitted.
Uh-huh.
So we'll
Good.
we'll read on those later.
Mhm.
And I thought for the discussion today, I thought that maybe we could take a look at superstitions. What is it that we're superstitious about? Do you have any that you kind
I
of
hear Stevie
follow?
Wonder in my head.
Yes.
Very superstitious. That song.
Yeah. And I can start off by saying, well, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Microstitious.
Yeah.
Micro stitches. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
mhm.
so yeah, Shari, you can start us off. How
I
superstitious
don't
are you?
really have any personal ones, but I've never really been superstitious about anything that I could think of. I've been racking my brain for the last couple of days. Trying to think, what am I superstitious about? Probably the closest thing is if I spill salt, I'll toss some over my shoulder.
Yes.
Now it's saging all the windows and doors from the outside every
Yeah.
month on the full moon. And but as far as superstitious, no, I mean, I've walked under a gazillion ladders and nothing bad ever happened. And
Yeah.
I've had black cats cross back and forth in front of me and nothing ever happened. So,
Yeah.
I've had weird crap that scared the crap out of me, but I wouldn't call it superstitious.
Mm-hmm.
Just weird stuff that happens.
Yep.
So yeah, I've
Yep.
known some people that were really superstitious about stuff that would only wear certain socks during football season or baseball season when their team played and you couldn't wash their socks. They only washed them after the season.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, that's gross. But and
Yep.
I was trying to think. I can't really think of anybody. I don't know. We weren't a real superstitious kind of family. I know some families, it's like every other thing that oh, you can't
Yes.
do that. Oh, you can't do this. It's like, wait, my mom just wasn't like that. She
Yeah.
kind of just, brushed it off, I guess, because she saw and talked to dead people. So she didn't,
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, you ain't got nothing on it, so leave me be.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Maureen says, yeah, don't open an umbrella in my house. It's bad luck. And I don't put my purse on the floor. Yes, that is one of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? Can you tell me?
Because it's you put your purse on the floor, you're letting money out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So when you have
Okay.
no respect for your wallet or something to that effect. I knew a girl that used to do
Never
that,
heard
and
of it.
she had
Okay.
come to my house one day and she went, your purse is on the floor. And I said, yeah. And she, don't ever put your purse on the floor. And I'm like, why?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that. It's when I lived in
Yeah.
Phoenix. So that's one. Yeah, that's one.
Yep.
See,
Absolutely. And Linda Bishop says, my Tennessee granny used to say, sing at the table, whistle in bed. The devil will get you before you're dead. She was
Mhm.
Irish German ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Wow.
And how about you, Aley?
Well, I got to thinking about it, and I don't think I have any either. My mother had a ton of them. She tried to convince me that they were very important. When I was a kid, though, it was don't step on a crack or you'll break your mother's back while you're
I
walking
remember that one.
into that
Yeah.
one. And we used to, as a kid, jump over the cracks in the
Yeah.
sidewalk because we didn't want to have a
Yeah.
problem. But my mother had weird ones. Like she said that a baby needed to have a $50 taped to their belly button to make sure that it stayed down when it's born, after it's born, in order to keep it not popping out.
I
She
never
also,
heard that one before.
yeah, she also said women cannot bathe while they're in their menses. They can shower, but they can't bathe.
Mm.
And the one that I think I probably have used is when you give a pocketbook away or a wallet away, you put some money in it, like a penny,
Yes.
or it's all good luck. Yeah.
Yes.
And I've done that before,
Yes.
more than anything. But that's pretty much all I really. And I love the number 13. It's always been good for me. So I haven't had
That's
that.
my good luck day. Friday the 13th is my good
Yeah.
luck day. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not ever worried about it. You had good things happen on the 13th. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, because it's a number. It only has the significance that you assign to it.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I knew about the wallet. The other one was you never gift anyone with scissors or
Yeah.
knives. That if they have to pay for it, even if it's a penny.
That isn't what we get. What we get is when my mother used to do was she would say she'd give you a pair of scissors or something nice, and then she'd go over and you had to go like this to each other, and it meant you won't let it cut your friendship. That's what hers was for that. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's kind of cool, though. I like the one you have. Even if you give a penny, that you're paying for it. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're paying for it. Totally.
Yeah.
And Bud says, do you all see how svelte Aley is nowadays? Yes, she is.
Oh, you guys, and I've just gained 4
and
pounds.
I'm finding every damn pound she's losing. Let me tell you.
Christmas was tough for me this year. I found C's candies and ordered some, and that was not a smart thing to do. Yeah.
You have to give a dime.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah,
Linda
there you
Bishop.
go. Yeah, that's what you said, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to give a dime.
To not cut the friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one that and I remember this from my way younger days when I was dating. And yeah, Mom would always say that whoever I was dating, if we were at dinner or whatnot, that we could never sit, like corner to corner, that we
Oh,
had to sit across from each other or
oh,
beside each other, but never on the
sort of
corner.
catty corner. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, because
Never heard
that,
of that one either. That's cool though. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
those are a lot of them. I think are European.
I'm sure they are. And my family was from Wales, and so she
Yes,
got a lot of that from there as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
most of the Celtic nations, it seems like, had such a list of superstitious
Mhm.
yeah,
things that,
Right.
with the fae and the little dwarves and their fairies and their
oh yeah,
brownies and whatever else. It's like
Yeah.
y'all got far too many little people running around and hiding in the nooks and crannies. Open the
Yeah.
damn door, turn on the light, make them go away. So I say that, and if I ever go there, then they'll all come get me. But
yes,
Well, Carolyn mentioned in here that in England, a black cat is good luck, which I thought was
yes,
interesting. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Mhm.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
what about a
and
black cat?
They're good luck
in,
I
in
miss
England.
that one.
yes,
Mm.
Ah,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, in England they're good luck. So, and I think different superstitions go along with kind of whatever part of the world that you come
Mm.
from.
Mhm.
I know
Mhm.
in we had a lot of oh gosh, what were they? What's the bird that bring the storks? Yeah, the bird that brings the baby. There was a lot of storks that would nest on top of the homes,
Uh-huh.
and it was considered quite an honor if they built a nest on your
Oh,
roof, because it would, that
it
it
felt at
meant
home.
happy
Yeah.
family with the
Mm.
home. Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What about the
Carolyn.
walking across a grave? Did you ever have anything with that?
I know that's something I always heard growing up, especially here in the South. You don't
Mhm.
walk over a grave because it was showing disrespect for the spirit or something,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
they
Mhm.
would reach up and grab you. And of course, there
Well,
have been
Harry
plenty of
would.
movies that have used
Yeah.
that
uh-huh,
image to scare people with, but
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
maybe
Bread and
that's
butter.
why I never wanted to be buried.
If you're
I
walking
don't
on
know.
different sides of a post, bread and butter. I think I remember hearing about that too. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
I know. When
and
I was in high school, if we saw a one-eyed car, like if one headlight was out, everybody would holler "spadoodle." I don't know where the word came from, and
Okay.
um, whoever didn't say it would get goosed by everyone else. And
Oh my goodness.
wow,
we were in Texas. What do you expect?
Yeah.
yes.
Wow.
And Maureen said, yeah, always leave a thimble of whiskey and a thimble on the windowsill for the fairies and a pat of butter on a plate
Oh,
too.
that's cute, Maureen. Yeah. That's
Yes,
cute.
absolutely.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've
And
got my blessing jar in the window, so
There you go.
yeah, and book, yes, some of those sound
Yeah.
like uneducated health reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
well,
I'm
back in
sure
the
I'm
day
sure that they
too,
are.
as women, I mean, they would fill up a tub of water, a big wash tub of water, and everybody took turns
Yes,
bathing in the
that's
same water.
possible as well. It wasn't
yes,
clean or
So
something like that.
yes.
Yeah.
usually the man was allowed to bathe first because he was head of the household, and then
Mhm.
the kids, and then the mom. But
Yuck.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
Yeah. I know.
yeah, that was I can tell you I have personal experience with that,
Oh,
because we
wow.
didn't um we didn't have indoor plumbing when I was
Mhm.
growing up.
Mhm. Keith didn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it was, every 3-4 days they would have to bring out the wash tub, fill it up with water, and yeah, that was the deal. The cleanest one got in first. The dirtiest one got in last.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was, you jump in, you get lathered
Get your
up,
business
get
done.
out,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So yeah, so that the water was at least warm for the last
Uh-huh.
person.
now I know I used to go with a friend when I was young when we lived in Florida, and on the weekends they would go up to her dad's parents' place up in the woods. I mean, like back
Yeah.
back in the, it was like, oh my God, I'm coming to the end of the world. And they had this old wood frame farmhouse. There was no heat or air. They had huge fireplaces in it.
Yeah.
No bathroom. You had to go to the outhouse back
Mhm.
behind the house to go to the bathroom. And when it was
Yes.
30 degrees outside, believe me, that was not fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And
Exactly.
and I was always scared because it was just this black hole and this old wooden bench. It was like, I don't know what's down there. What if something
Exactly.
reaches up or something? It was like,
Yes.
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
um,
And the
Yeah.
because
smell.
they teased me with the fact that snakes
Yeah.
do crawl up out of there. It's like, better
Oh,
not do it when
no,
I'm sitting on the damn thing, or
I'm holding
I'd be
it.
like, I'll
For
go
this
squat in the
purpose.
bush
Yeah.
before I'll go sit on that damn toilet.
Uh-huh.
Usually
Yes.
Uh-huh.
that's what me and my friend would do. We would go find some bushes and just keep watch for each other because neither one of us wanted to use that damn outhouse. It was like,
Yeah.
mm-mm,
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
doing that.
And Anna says, Anna Greenidge, you weren't allowed to wash your hair if you were on your menses. Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, if you get
Why?
shivers,
Oh, because you might catch a cold, and then yeah. That's why you
Oh,
weren't supposed to
oh,
take a bath either, actually. Well, because it would stop your period and you wanted to get rid of it as fast as possible. That was part of the other reasoning.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Yeah.
yeah. And in the
okay.
I think that part of the Jewish tradition, the or is it the Muslim? I know, can't remember exactly which one, but yes, when women are on their menses, you kind of stay away from everyone,
Yeah, that's
and
the Muslim. The
yeah,
Muslims don't
and
allow you to
then
come
it's
to
a
church. You're
special bath.
unclean. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's a
Jewish
special
used to
bath
do
that
it
you
too.
go to. Yeah,
Yeah,
before
Really?
you can
Okay.
kind of rejoin.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
rejoin everyone,
That's
and
why the Bible verse about and now we didn't grow up Jewish, but we had some Jewish friends, so I heard a lot of stuff. But there's that one Bible story about the woman with the issue of blood, is how it was put in the Bible, who went into the crowd even though she knew it could be really, really bad if they realized who it was in the crowd amongst all these people,
yeah,
because she knew if she could just touch the hem of Jesus, she would be healed.
Mm.
And as they're walking through the town and she manages to weave her way through the crowd without anybody seeing who it was, and she reached out and touched his hem and was immediately healed. And he stopped in mid stride and turned around and looked out over the crowd and said, "Who touched me?" And they're like, "Everybody's been touching you. They're all crowded around you." He's like,
yeah.
"No, this is different. Someone touched me for a healing." And then he saw her about the
Oh.
same time that several of the other people saw her, and they started to react. And he was like, "No, no, she has been healed and is forgiven
Hmm.
because of her faith. She is now whole." And so, and that one story always stuck with me
Hmm.
ever
Yeah.
since I was about 8 or 9. The first time I read it in a Bible story book. It wasn't even the actual Bible; it was a Bible story book.
Mhm.
And then when
Yes.
I got older, I went back and found it in the Bible to read the actual account. But for some reason, that always just really touched me. And there were several there back in the day. There were several Native American tribes, especially on the East Coast, that when women would go into their menses every month, they would all go stay together in a certain hut, teepee together,
Mhm.
with the older women who would explain what's happening, why it's happening, how do you take care of it, how do you keep yourself clean, and da 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 da. And I learned that from a damn romance novel, believe it or not, because part of the story was around that. I was like, I never heard of such ridiculous stuff. And so I went and looked it up, and sure enough, it was like, oh, well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but it was. I mean, women in the native culture are seen as being powerful anyway, and
Yeah.
yes, when they were going through the menses, it was that much more powerful.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They were very, very much revered. It wasn't, that was something that, um, it, it was something that was wonderful and beautiful and revered. It's not like
Yeah.
in the white culture where it's like, oh, you're dirty. No.
Yeah. No, it was, they were seen as life givers. So
Well,
Yes.
and
that
that's
was
what
like
happens
good.
when a group of
Yeah.
women live together, like in a
Yes.
dormitory, or everybody
Yes.
cycles at the same time after a while. It's
Yes.
like
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, the good old days.
The
The
good
good
old
old
days.
days. Yeah. And I'm sure that a lot of them were they came out of needing an explanation for something that happened.
Yeah.
That if you maybe you washed your hair during your menses and all of a sudden you came down with the flu and you were very, very sick, and it was like, well, what did you do that nobody else did? You washed your hair. I bet you that's it.
That's
Right.
why.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
and I mean, we still do that to some extent, even today, when we're looking for
An
answers to things.
excuse. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, I wonder if it was this, or I wonder if it was that. So, yeah. Um, cook together. Oh, just here you go. Linda
Yeah.
Bishop told stories, had fun. Yeah. One
Well,
woman
it
asked,
was also a time when the older women could
yes,
share with the younger women the importance of their
yes,
job in the tribe and what it meant as they got older. You're having menses now, so now you're old enough to have children, and so that adds to the weight of your importance within the tribe because you're bringing forth more life. But
yep,
and they're just all the different things. I mean, I always used to stop and think about way back in the day, like in the 1800s, 1700s, whatnot, when they didn't tell young women anything about
yes,
biological or sexual stuff. I mean, what they would think the first time they got their menses. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them thought they were bleeding to death or something, not knowing what
absolutely.
was going on, and how frightening would that have been, or
Yeah,
to go into their wedding night not having any clue about what to expect except you do what your husband tells you.
yeah,
But what if he's a pervert? I mean, how
yeah,
are you going to know that what he's showing you is okay? I mean,
yeah,
but
yeah. And that
I don't know.
Linda, that's so cute. Yeah, when she asked one of the old ladies, a new girl, why they were coming, and she said that when she was in the lodge, she didn't have to work or take care of the men, carry wood, work in the garden. Yes,
Well,
yeah. It's
really,
like,
the
Hey,
women are
Norm.
the ones, they made the decisions for the tribe. The grandmothers did.
absolutely,
They're the ones
Yeah,
who set up the wars. And the men would do what they suggested. So that's the
yeah,
way it used
absolutely.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. And I like that. And along with that too is, yeah, they would any major decision was you had to think about the repercussions of that decision and how it was going to affect the next 7 generations.
Yeah.
So that kind of made you realize that, you're not, it's not just about me. It's about
Right.
whatever I do,
Uh-huh.
um, it affects other people. Yeah, totally.
yeah, absolutely. Because I know Jane put up breaking a mirror is 7 years bad luck.
Yes.
Yeah, that I grew up with
Yeah.
hearing. Again, I think of the Stevie Wonder, very superstitious, his song. I had it was on his Talking Book album, which was cool because the album not only had everything printed on it, but it had everything in braille on it underneath the print. And
Oh,
so
nice.
somebody that was blind could go in and know what album they were looking at and what song was going to play and da 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 da. And I always thought that was cool.
Oh, that's lovely.
And
Oh,
So
that's lovely. My goodness. Wow. So yeah, um there are some superstitions, I should say, um, that really are not um, they're not really based on anything factual, and yet they continue to be repeated. It's the things that we still, without thinking, tell people to do. Right? You spill
Mhm.
salt. Oh yeah, it's got to go over the shoulder. Um, and there's no. If someone says to you, "Why are you doing that?" "Oh, I spilled salt," and you kind of let them make up their own mind about what's behind that, right?
yeah,
So you don't say, "Oh, well, this started because blah blah blah." There is no story that goes with it. It's just,
How about this one, you guys? I completely forgot about this one. Knock on wood. It's
yes,
there, and
yeah,
I do that all the time, and
I
it's
know. I still do that. So I guess
yes,
I do
yeah,
one. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's like I'm
absolutely
feeling great. Knock on wood. Right.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
absolutely.
Well, hello, Wayne Rich and Norm Gilbert and
Good to
Linda
see you.
Kennedy and the rest of you that have joined us. Thank
Mhm.
you for being here.
Mhm.
Um, Now, just quickly, want to ask you ladies, Shari, what have you got coming up that the good folks should know about?
Tomorrow night is Golden Girls. I'll be hosting, and Friday night is Polyterology, and Saturday is members meeting on your members group, followed
Yes.
by members meeting on my members group.
Yay!
Um, and that's about it for right now. I don't have anything planned for Sunday. I was going to see if I could manage to take a whole day off.
Whew.
I
Yes.
don't know if that'll work, but I'm going to try.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and how about you, Aley?
Well, the good news is I have a lot of new people coming on, including Karen Doyle, who will be coming on my show at some
Awesome.
later on in the
Lovely.
month, and Akila B will be on, and so yeah, I'm trying to bring in some people that have been working for a long time on their gifts, and so that's coming up.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's my medium show and the angel readings that I do sometimes, and I'll be on with Gerald on Friday. We're going to do this and that. So looking
Nice.
forward to it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
Nice.
forgot I'm going to be with Nath on Saturday morning. A
Mhm.
pre-recorded show we're going to do about the inauguration.
Lovely.
So
That we
we'll
don't
see
want
what
to
happens.
happen.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't know. We're
All
going to
right.
read on the energies of the inauguration and what may happen. So it'll be fun.
I'm
Yes,
going to be with
definitely.
Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm not watching it either. Don't feel
No,
bad.
I
It's
know.
like I have
They
no
said to also
desire.
sign out of all social media. Make that for just the day at least. Sign out
Yes.
of Facebook, Instagram, all those. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I've
Totally.
got Danny coming on, Danny Shea coming on uh, Monday morning, to do a live show. And then, but I think we're going to try to steer it more towards Martin Luther King.
Good plan. Good
Mhm.
plan. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't have anything on Monday. The only thing that I've booked is my massage. So
there you
yeah,
go.
I will be so
That takes
relaxed that
precedence.
yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, that
Yeah.
the
Uh-huh.
yeah, the orange guy is going to be the farthest thing from my mind, but I still don't see it. Now, maybe I'm living in a fool's paradise. Maybe it's because I don't want to see it that I'm not paying attention to things, but yeah,
I
just
just can't bear the thought of having to sit and listen to
yeah.
that man go on and on and
I
on.
saw something today and I loved it because it said he was supposed to get 4 years in jail, but we are the ones that will be 4 years in jail. And that made perfect sense
Thank
to me.
you.
It's like we're being penalized.
Yes,
Yeah.
punished. Yep,
Yep.
Somebody,
yep.
somebody did write in the chat that um they're going to let part 2 of Jack Smith's report come out. Is that right?
Awesome.
I don't
That
know. I
would be
saw it
lovely.
earlier in the
I
chat.
figured it'll either be the Hague or NATO that's going to release it. Because I mean, Jack is leaving and going to NATO, going to the Hague, going back to the Hague.
Mhm.
What you want to bet he doesn't bring all that information with him,
I hope
and
so.
all the information they've gathered with the other countries, and
Yeah.
start going after some people, because the Hague don't give a crap who you are or what country you're from. They're coming
Yes.
for you. They're coming for you.
Mhm.
Yeah. That
Well,
I
Julie,
think.
I don't know if he will, and I'm, we're kind of banking on, but we don't need JD in there either.
No, absolutely not. I think
Uh-huh.
there is a good deal of infighting going on,
Mhm.
and you know what?
Oh yeah,
I'm okay with that. Apparently,
implosion.
yeah, yes, yeah. Stevie Three Shirts is not a big fan of Elon.
Oh, I saw a clip this morning of him having a conniption fit on his podcast
Uh-huh.
about him. It was like,
Oops.
yeah, how does it feel, sucker?
Yeah, yeah. So
You reap what you sow.
exactly, exactly. All right, let me see if I can bring these up, and
Okay.
here we go. Oh, before I do that, I will remind you guys that next Saturday, not this Saturday, on the 25th, it's the third Shine Your Light event.
Mhm.
So please join us at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to have some great people that are going to be joining us. And if you'd like, let me tell you where you can go to. There you go. There's the link that you can go to, and you can see that link on my YouTube page if you're interested in getting some of your own Shine Your Light merch, or if you're interested in getting Sisters of the Mystical Tarot or Taco Tuesday or whatever. This is one of the Shine Your Light T-shirts. It's
Ooh,
very
pretty.
comfortable.
Yeah.
It's nice. They have different things on the bottom. This one says love, light, compassion, unity. You can get one that says together we can change the world. Another one says just shine your light. But anyway, and
Wonderful.
they
Yeah.
come fairly quickly, and they do have little teddy bears. They have teddy
Oh,
bears with the t-shirt. I ordered one. Hopefully I'll have it in before the 25th. Fingers crossed. But if not, yeah, we'll have it for the one in February. But in the meantime, let's get to the questions that we've got. And this one came in from Rhonda Larkin. And she wanted to know, did Trump ever sign the remainder of the transition agreements? If not, can he still be inaugurated?
well, that's a good question. I don't know if he did ever sign the rest
He
of the
said he
paper.
wasn't going to, I thought, but yeah.
Well, has he? Or let's see. Let's see.
Hi, Judy.
Yeah, all right. I'll ask.
Yeah.
I personally.
Hello there, Narcissus. And yes, Maureen, we do need to stay positive. The more positive that we are, the more positivity that we put out into the world, the better off everyone is. So, yeah, there we go. But did he sign over?
Well, I pulled the King of Pentacles because basically that's him. He wants to be a king, and all he cares about is money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't pull anything else yet, but
No, I got the Hierophant, or not the Hierophant, sorry, the Hermit. No, it's one of those things
I
that
got the Hierophant.
he's thinking about, but no, I don't think that he has, and I don't think that he will. And could it stop him from being inaugurated? I don't think so.
At this stage, I don't see that happening. I unless he has a massive stroke and falls down dead between now and Monday,
Mhm.
he's gonna be sworn in.
There again and back again. There and back again.
Yeah.
He said, "Been there, done that. Not doing it again." And just like his swearing-in ceremony, he's swearing he's going to do something he'll never do. So,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you go, Miss Rhonda Lurkin.
Yeah.
And
What?
I made you dinner.
Okay. You can bring it.
Spaghetti.
Okay.
And Wendy Schneider wanted to know, has Orange been offered a get out of jail free card in exchange for giving up the presidency?
Hold on.
Now, that one,
Access
Thank you,
denied.
baby.
Access denied. Yeah. He's locked out.
okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Has he been offered get out of jail free card? Pull four
Just-
swords.
And I get the Three of Swords.
Yeah, well, he can't sleep and his heart's hurting, so
Yep.
You
There
know,
was that lip syncing conversation that we
Yes.
talked about earlier. I think that they were talking about the fact that they want him not to dismiss NATO because NATO came into town, and then of course something happened with the Polish president, where today Joe signed something that says that something about our military bases there. And
Mm.
so, I mean, I would like to think that they were talking about, giving him an offer he couldn't refuse. I just don't think so yet. I just don't.
Yeah.
maybe offer him a sightseeing tour of Guantanamo and then lose him.
Well, that could be that. But
Now
it's-
you're engaging in wishful thinking again, Shari.
come back to reality, Sherry.
Yeah.
I, you know, I
No,
think,
adulting sucks.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they did make such an offer to him to admit that the election was fixed and we won't charge you with anything, but you admit that it was fixed and you go away. That's it. And I'll tell you why. It's one of the ways that the Biden administration could head off the possibility of civil unrest, because it wouldn't be a case of Biden coming up with the news. It would be a case of their leader saying, yeah, okay, so what? So I fixed it. Big deal. I'm out of here. I don't care.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So in that way, it
Yeah.
would make sense for them to do that. But
Biggest thing I can
is
think of.
that what's happening? I have absolutely no idea. Anything having to do with him over the last little while,
Yeah.
it's just not there.
I know. I didn't know that. Debbie says Biden handed over some of our bases to NATO. So
Oh,
I love that, because that means
Okay.
that even if he gets out of NATO, we have some
yes,
bases.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and hopefully they're in strategic locations that he can't
Well,
do
Poland's
more harm to
close.
Ukraine or
Ukraine.
places like that they'll be protected by those bases.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And if he does want to back away from NATO, that's fine, because he's already told his people that the other countries in NATO are not paying their fair share. He made them believe that NATO pays the US. And so if he says, no, we're getting out of NATO, where's that money going to come from, Donald? That the other countries are supposed
The
to.
External Revenue Service that he says he's going to make.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. To collect on the tariffs.
On the tariffs, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's not going to happen. But you know what? Yeah, when you've decided to drink the Kool-Aid, yeah.
I mean, we're all wishing, hoping, and praying for a miracle between now and Monday.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna happen. I've had too many arguments with my guides saying, "Oh, come on, please." And they're like, "Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen."
Yep.
They gotta learn their lesson.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, but why do I have to learn it again? I already learned that lesson.
yeah. I think that those of us that are a little more enlightened, we are supposed to be the standard bearers for those when they do see the light, that they have someplace to go, because it's not enough just to show them their mistake, but they have to have somewhere that they could look forward to, either for redemption or for an explanation, or okay, well, now what? Now what?
Yeah.
Right? So, in Three Shifting Veils wanted to know, will Florida ever escape from its Republican mega grip and guessment, and any guessment on how long?
It used to not be that way.
No, I know. I lived
I
there.
lived there
It wasn't
back
like
when
that.
it wasn't that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
back
I
when
just saw
Florida had
today
the
that
top public schools in the country.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. I lived there for a while. I heard today DeSantis is going to put the flag up too, just like Moses is and Abbott is, and so they totally have disrespected the entire death of Jimmy Carter by doing so.
Yes.
So
yeah, absolutely. Not only
That's
Jimmy
because
Carter,
they have no respect for him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but also their veterans.
Mhm.
That it's just another way to show people who you are, who you really, really are.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right?
That's
So
right.
if there's still people wondering, well, there's your answer. Yeah.
First, I drew the 10 of cups, and I thought, okay, no, I don't want to see this card talking about them. The next card I drew was death.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, Spirit, I get your
Mhm.
point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally. I get the Three of Pentacles. I think that more and more people are recognizing that this is something that they have to come together with. They have to work on. They have to you kind of have to think ahead, and it's not only financial, but it's health wise as well, because let's face it, the majority of the population in Florida is elderly.
Mhm.
So they're not going to be around forever. So that means that for those that believe in the Republican Party, their numbers are going to dwindle.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yep. Very
things are
true.
going to change.
So I get that it will change, but right now we're dealing with this. And we know
Yes.
that because the
Yes.
planets are all kafuzzed. They're just all
Yes.
messed up. So,
Yeah.
there are things that come in cycles. Unfortunately, we're in this system of, it's called the turning point or something like that. And we got about 5 more years of this craziness, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because there's things are not going to shift or change overnight.
No.
Unfortunately,
no.
No, unfortunately, no. It has to be a slow process. And people have to, certain people have to get to that point where it affects them directly.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
It has to. It has to. Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely
Needless to say, when Dumpy finally meets that great orange maker in the sky,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody in this country is going to want to do any of the stuff for them that we normally do for presidents.
Well, 50% will, Sherry. Yeah.
You
Maybe
know,
less by
That's what
then
upsets
because
me the most. That's what gets me the most. We got 50% of at least the voters who absolutely are not aligned with the same thing that the others are. So, yeah.
yeah,
I think they will come around when they try to make a doctor's appointment and find out that they no longer have health care.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to want to know who's responsible for that.
Right. Right.
When the pension isn't in your account or the check doesn't arrive at the end of the month.
Right.
Well, where's my check? Well,
I
geez, you
voted
went-
for him. Why did he take my money? Yeah.
yeah, because you voted for
Right.
him.
Right.
That should
Right.
be the answer.
Yeah, that
Because
should
you
be the
voted
answer.
for him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
firefighters are learning that lesson the hard way, especially the ones in New York. The big
Yes.
firefighters union up there who
And the
backed
union.
him 100%.
Yep.
And then he
Yeah.
turned around. The first thing he did was like, "Yeah, we're not renewing that stuff." So,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
these
Just
people
like the
that are-
groceries. I don't know about you, but my eggs haven't gone down, and everybody was saying the gas prices went down. I never saw it. They're crazy. They're just making it up for their
Yeah,
own.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
and there's a process that goes with that. They're
Mhm.
they're kind of thinking that everything is going to be fabulous, everything is going to be great. They have to start seeing that no, things are not going great, so that they can start asking questions.
Mhm.
Well, wait a minute. Why
Mhm.
not? Who's this? Who's that? Then they have to go through the thinking about, well, I didn't do that to you. Biden did that to you. Biden's not the president. You are. So
Mhm.
there's a process that goes with that. It's like finding out your
Yeah.
husband had an affair or your wife had an affair. The
Yeah.
first thing is the shock. Oh my God. Then it comes in, okay, well, why did that happen? The questions, everything start coming through. You have to deal with all of it, and you have to get to the point where you are ready to see reality, where you
Mhm.
no longer believe that, oh, this was a one-time thing and
Yeah.
it's never going to happen again and all that kind of stuff. You have to get past that. So yeah, Aley, I think you're right. I think, 4 or 5 years, it is going to take.
Unfortunately, no one wants to hear that, and that's depressing, and it is for all of us. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is. But we can still hold the light. We can still be positive. We can still, because while it will affect some people, I honestly do believe that there are others that they will not feel it as much
Mhm.
because um, they're a little more enlightened. And for some reason, and I don't know why, but I keep getting, remember that movie, I think, was it called Little Big Man? Maybe that was it, but it starts off in the very beginning. You've got the soldiers that are coming in after the natives, and there's one very old man who says no, they won't get me because they can't see me. I'm protected. They can't see me, and so they start coming in, and the soldiers start basically massacring a lot of people that are in the crowd, and they go around him. They do not see him
Because his vibration's so high. Okay.
because his vibration is so high.
Oh, yeah.
And I just, every once in a while, I get that image
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
him standing there going, hey, they can't see me.
Yeah.
So I think that for a lot of people, that's probably what it will be is,
I hope so.
they
Well,
won't
I
be
know
able-
that people cut me off like they don't see my car. So,
I
you know.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Yeah. Same thing when
Mhm.
I'm grocery shopping and they will physically bump into me. It's like, look at me. I'm not a little woman. Like, you didn't see me?
Yeah, how can you not see me? I take up a surmisable amount of space, so.
God, yes.
Yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So,
You-
and this is lovely, MLR. I like that. Always listen to kids under 5 who remember a lot before and between lives. I overheard them discussing George Washington and his pain in the brother years ago.
Uh-huh. And well, Book was saying that her granddaughter is 5 years old, and she said she died at Auschwitz.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. And
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. So anyway, that's kind of what we have. Oh, let me take that out of there. So
Okay.
that's what we have for questions, and we're 55 minutes in. So if we end a little early, I think that's okay. Can we pull a card for the collective? Just
Sure.
something that you guys can walk away with,
Absolutely.
something to
Yeah.
give you hope.
And next
And
week
great.
I'll be hosting.
Yes. Next week, Shari.
And I will be on with Michelle Marie, so I better let you
There you
know.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
But I
Okay.
think Val is back by then, isn't she?
On the no,
Oh,
she is back on the 23rd. Well,
okay.
mind you, she might come in on the 22nd,
She
but I
might.
know, when she told me she's gone from the 9th to the 23rd.
Okay.
So we'll see. And hey, Shari, if it's just you and I, it's just you and I.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. There.
So my message for the collective is compassion. And I'm going to suggest that even if you can't show compassion for others, that you need to start with yourself, show yourself compassion first. That's exactly how I've been feeling lately. I haven't been able to journal. I haven't been able to get myself, my vibration very high, but I'm being compassionate with myself and saying this too shall pass. So
Yeah.
take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Well, I pulled Wizard of the Woods. Focus.
Mhm.
Telling us to focus on what's important. Focus on what's at hand. Focus on what we can do as opposed to what we can't do.
Exactly. And
Yep.
I get courage.
Ah, yes.
And that, this is what we are going to need. We're going to need courage going forward. We're going to need to have that strength of belief that this isn't happening by accident. It's happening for a reason. And the reason is going to be to all our benefit. So even though, why do I have to suffer because somebody else made foolish decisions? Ultimately, it will be better for all of us. So
Uh-huh.
there you go. Just have courage, steady yourself and have courage. And I heard someone say the other day, if things feel like they're getting a little overwhelming, step back.
Yeah.
Don't
Definitely.
engage emotionally. Step back and be an observer. Right? You can do
Yep.
that.
We
You
can.
can absolutely do
And
that.
now I just heard in my head, this will also help us ascend higher faster.
Yes.
Sure. Not engaging with the BS around us. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for being here,
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you do the same on Shari and Aley's channels. Give them a little bit of love. There are people out there who need to hear what we're saying. They just don't know who we are and where we're located. So anytime you do that, you help them find us.
That's
So
right.
I thank you for that. And thank you, my lovely sisters. I look forward
Thank
to
you,
doing it.
Marina.
Thank
My
you, Marina.
pleasure. All right. Take care, all.
Bye,
for now.
everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Mhm.